Hey, it's Larry here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson. Hi, it's Larry here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson. Hi, it's Larry here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson. Hi, it's Larry here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson.
Very first interview for China. Very first.
Okay, good. It's big,
Yeah.
of course. Big to you, big to me, right? 好，欢迎大家收看由篝火营地为大家带来的2018特别访谈。我们今天有一位非常重要的一位客人，大家你看到他站在我们旁边，他就是众多 Xbox fans 都很喜欢的 Major Nelson. Major, thanks you to having me here for this interview.
I want to welcome you to E3. I want to welcome you to Xbox. Welcome to Los Angeles. Great to see you.
Thank you very much. Okay, this is the first time you have an interview with the Chinese media.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Can we start from where you begin? That I saw you are the director of programming of the Xbox Live.
Yeah.
How you become from the technical man, become the spokesman of the Xbox?
Well, I'll tell you, I joined the Xbox team in 2003 with right after the original Xbox launched, and I joined the team as an engineer. I was always a gamer, and
I can tell.
And a communicator. Thank you. And I wanted to join the team, and they were working on they had shipped the original Xbox. We just shipped the very first version of Xbox Live, and they were working on Xbox 360. We didn't know what the name was at that point, so I was so excited to be able to, as a gamer, go, hey, wouldn't it be great if we did this? Or, hey, I'd love to do this. So we came up with all these incredible ideas, like achievements. I'll never forget coming up with that idea. And so I was so excited because I could help develop products that would touch millions of gamers around the world.
That's right.
It just started, and then all of a sudden I realized, wait a minute, gamers are like you and I. They just want to talk to us. So I love talking about games. Gamers love talking about games. Let's just all do it together. And then it kind of paralleled with the rise of social media with Facebook and Twitter and everything else. So it just kind of happened.
Yeah, that's good. We are so happy we have such kind of guy like you to spoke for us, for all the Xbox fans. Okay, let's talk about this year's E3.
Yeah.
On the conference, on the briefing of the Xbox, we just launched 52 titles.
Yep.
A lot of premiere, a lot of exclusive. So exclusive is also very important to the Xbox, right?
Yeah, I mean, you heard Phil Spencer on stage earlier this week talk about that. You know, gamers want to play games, great games, and Xbox is the best place to play all the games. You look at a game on the Xbox console, we want to make sure it's the best version of the game you can play, whether it's from Activision, Ubisoft, EA, our partners, whoever it is, and of course Microsoft Studios. We want to make sure it's the best version of games that they can play.
Okay, so there's a little change recently to the Xbox because for many years ago, Xbox is a console. But now the Xbox is not a console only. It becomes a kind of game platform.
Right.
So we can play all the games on the Xbox or also on the Windows 10.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
Well, again, it gets back to what Phil has always said. We want to put the games where gamers are. And the beauty of the fact that people forget that Windows is the other gaming platform for Microsoft.
Yes.
Millions of people are playing on PC around the world.
Yeah.
So if we're able to take what people are doing there, maybe they want to sit back in their living room on their console or and play with their controller, or they want to have a 2-foot experience in front of their PC.
Yes.
Why shouldn't my progress go back and forth? Why not? So that's what we're trying to get to.
Good, that's very good. And talking about the Xbox Game Pass, which is a really big thing to all the Xbox fans. But it's kind of a little change to the old business model of the console game.
Yeah.
Because before that, it's a kind of pay to play.
Yep.
But now it becomes a kind of subscription for these gamers. What's your opinion about that?
We look at Game Pass and we realize it is a tremendous value for gamers. I mean, for $9.99 a month, you get a library, instant library of over 100 games.
Yes.
And we refresh it occasionally. It's like most streaming video services. So we've had a tremendous reception for this because gamers want to play all the games.
Yes, always.
I was just talking to Todd Howard from Bethesda last night, and he was telling me how Fallout 4 is now in Game Pass this week.
Yeah.
And he's been getting emails from people like, you know what? I probably would have never checked out Fallout, but it's in Game Pass, so I downloaded it and tried it out. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
So it really allows people to sample what's going on. Sea of Thieves right next to us is a great example. It's in Game Pass. It was day and date. All of Microsoft first party, day and date in Game Pass. And it launched, all of a sudden they had an instant audience.
Yeah.
They're trying things out. There's new people coming in all the time. It is really great for gamers.
So the library from the Xbox Pass is not only the from that Microsoft studio, but also come from a lot of third-party developers.
That's right.
We have a little concern about if they could get enough profit from it to support them to develop new games more and more.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, they're going to do what's right for their business, and getting more people to play their games.
Yes,
that's all they want.
Okay,
right? You want people to get invested in their IP and their games and their characters and so on and so forth. You're seeing all sorts of different ways of monetization nowadays. Fortnite, biggest game right now ever, and it's free. So they're learning some in-game monetization. So there's always, game developers are creative and they're experimenting with different ways to get people into the game and also make sure they're in business.
So for this generation of the consoles, that including Xbox One X, which is the most powerful console in the world, and are we thinking about the cost of developing game is much higher than before, but the game quality is much bigger and much better, right? So what do you think if the cost will become much expensive? Is that will hurt the passion of the developers?
Well, that costs are always rising. Everything is, regardless of what it is, right? And game developers, it's similar. Game developers are up against this real challenge, but game developers are solving this in creative ways. Great example is Ori and the Blind Forest, the first one and this current one. They don't have a development studio; it's distributed. So the teams work at home around the world, so that when a developer wakes up in the UK, they now have some stuff that maybe came in from China in the overnight. So it's really about distributing it and finding new ways to work together. And that's really what a lot of technology has done, is enabled us to find ways to make better games cheaper. And part of that is this way. Another way is the tools that we give them on behalf of Microsoft to make games better.
Recently, especially in the Chinese social media and the official media, that they have a kind of negative report about the game. They said that the game will slow down the student study, become a kind of a poison to the gamers.
Right.
Is that happened before in the U.S. market?
I'm not aware of anything like that. That's an interesting phenomenon that I'm not tracking.
Okay.
Here, I'll have to check that out. That's interesting. Why do you think that's happening?
No, I just want to know that if you guys or the US market or US gamers, if they encounter such a kind of criticism or the report to the gamers, how's your reaction? How you make the game become a part of life so regularly, right? But in China, it's a kind of not so good right now.
I think what we're seeing is, at least in the U.S., there's a generation of people, starting with myself many years ago, and even now, people are growing up and they love interactive entertainment. I remember creating games or playing games when I was younger, which was all text-based.
Okay.
Where everything had to be up here.
Yeah.
Right? And the mind. Now you have beautiful 4K displays and worlds that are created and delivered to you. But at the end of the day, you as a gamer are driving the narrative.
Yeah.
Do you want to go through that door? Do you want to jump through that window? How do you want to proceed through the story? And that's what gamers want to do, is they want to continue to control their way. And that's what we're doing is that we're giving, everybody's gaming now.
Yeah, of
you
course.
look out there, you're gaming on your tablet, on your phone, on your Windows PC, on your Xbox. So it's about, gaming is no longer this marginalized thing, at least in the US. It's mainstream.
Okay. So next question is about a personal. Do you have kids, right?
I do. I have a baby daughter.
Baby daughter. Does she play the games?
No, she's too young.
Too young.
Yeah,
okay.
she's too young.
What if she grows up? What kind of game are you gonna recommend to her?
I want to let her make her own choices.
Okay.
I want her to grow up to be a strong, independent woman, and I want to make sure that she has the right things to understand. She loves books right now, and really, video games are kind of like books were. They're the new dimension of entertainment, where you'd read books and you'd be immersed in these worlds. That's what we're seeing today with video games.
Yes.
Right? So to get back to your question, I'm going to support my daughter, whatever she'd like to do and whatever she wants to experiment. And we're going to sit down and have thoughtful dialogues about, why did you make that choice? Why do you think that character did that thing? So we're going to have thoughtful conversations.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you for your time. I'm so happy to have this interview.
Thank you very much.
The time is very limited, but we can see the future if you have time that you will come to China, like in the China Joy, right?
I would love to come to China. It is one of the markets that I look at, and so I really need to go there. It's such lovely people and such an amazing culture. I would love to go there.
Yeah, we will welcome to China, and a lot of Chinese exporters were waiting for you to be there. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hi, it's Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson. I want to say thank you to everybody in China for all your fantastic support of Xbox. It means so much to us. We love bringing great games and great experiences to everybody, especially our friends in China. So thank you very much for your support.